Hey there, gorgeous soul, and welcome to card spread number 3. If you have felt that intuitive nudge and you've gone, well, I feel really aligned with number 3, here is your divine soulful message. This card spread is all around the theme and focus of what is the full moon illuminating from within your soul that it wants you to see. So the very first card that comes out is the Feathers card, followed by the Courage card, then by the Music of the Soul, followed by your Inner Child, and Frustration card it finishes up with. So for me, I feel like this is a really powerful message that's coming forward, that's saying it's you that's holding yourself back. And I'm sure that's probably not something that you want to hear or know, because that can be quite challenging to hear that. But I do want to share this with you. Inside of these cards are some incredibly magical messages, so let's dive in and see what's coming forward. The Feathers card is letting you know that you have got loved ones around you. As soon as I pulled out this card, it was like being able to, I would say that you may even have experiences where you're seeing shadows, where you're sort of questioning, did someone just walk past or what? Am I imagining this? I feel like you're getting so many messages that are coming forward from your past over loved ones that are letting you know that you're here. One of the greatest gifts that our past over loved ones can do for us from the other side is to be able to support us, to be able to make our pathway a little bit easier, bring us in resources, the right people, and be able to help you in your own journey back to your sense of self. But the key thing is you've got to remember to ask them for help. So whatever it is that you're struggling with right at this time and point, allow them to come and work with you. But I also feel like that is also a key point, that there is a person that is on the other side that you still have some old trauma attached and associated and connected with them. This is the time to heal them, honey. It's when someone passes over, it can leave behind so many unsaid words, so many emotions that feel like there's no opportunity to be able to express them. Please remember they can hear, feel, see, and connect into you every single step of the way. Please communicate whatever it is that you feel was left unsaid. This is your time now to heal it underneath the full moon. Because of that sense of not feeling like you can share those or express those emotions or how you feel with them, is therefore holding you back from being able to express anything further from that moment. And it's really holding you back because you've now adopted a pattern that's saying, hey, I'm never going to get the opportunity to say what I felt, and so therefore you're holding yourself back. The card of courage that comes through that I love with this is that at this time and point you're operating from this human place. You're pretending everything's okay, but only moving through life as half a version of self. Be brave and be bold, like really step into that space of being able to anchor in that you want to heal those past wounds and really tap into the energy of the lion or the lioness energy that has an instinctual sense of self. It has so much belief and conviction. They don't need validation from other people. That is what you will gain by releasing any old wounds and unsaid words with your past over loved ones. It's going to give you a sense of self, because while you're holding on to all of those emotions with a past over loved one, you have a separation of self. You cannot have a full identity if part of yourself is left with someone else and trapped in an experience with them. As soon as you heal that, you therefore allow yourself to bring that part back into yourself where you have a sense of self, and that is going to be the greatest gift that you receive from that. And because of that, when you have that sense of wholeness, you're therefore going to be able to do more amazing things, to be able to manifest more magic into your world. This comes through the card of Magic for the Soul. Now, Magic of the Soul in this spread has got two messages. One, I would say there is certain... I'm having a bit of a giggle because my father, he's now been gone 25 years. He was a massive Lionel Richie buff. So whenever I am out and I hear a Lionel Richie song, I know that that is a deep connection with my dad. And so therefore you may be finding that you're hearing certain songs that are of deep remembrance that have connected you to that person. That's also their way of saying, reaching out to you to say to you, hey, I don't harbor any, there's no ill will with you being able to express and share with me everything that you feel. It's going to be a great healing period for both of you. Therefore, allowing you that from that healing is going to allow you to also use music as this beautiful portal for manifestation. When we listen to certain songs, it's that moment where we lose ourselves and find ourselves. And because you're going to be on that journey of rediscovering a new version of you, because you're moving into this brave, bold version of self, you're going to have more clarity around what it is that you want. So therefore you can use music as this portal to be able to manifest more rapidly. Because when we listen to music, we let go of a lot of things, and therefore it allows our manifestations to come from the most purest version of self. And I love how this card is also deeply connected and sitting right next to the inner child, because the inner child again has the two messages in this spread only. Yes, there's going to be some beautiful deep inner child work that's done, the healing of the inner child, because when we have a connection with someone that's passed over, when we feel like we're unable to express ourselves, a lot of the times it can come back to expressions that were said when we were children, to be seen and not heard, that what we had to say didn't have any validity. So you're going to find that as you do that deep cleansing and being able to purify your energy and give yourself permission to be able to speak your truth with your passed over loved one, it's going to allow you to eliminate some of those old patterns and beliefs that you had within your own self. The second element with the inner child, which is the most important one, is that you're going to gain access to some dreams and goals that you had when you were a child. It's now time to remember them, and you are going to remember them. You're going to be like, oh my God, I forgot that I was so good at that. Or, man, I forgot that, I used to dream about doing that for a job or living in a certain place. And all of a sudden there's going to be this awakening that happens with you, and it's going to be incredibly beautiful and transformative for you. Now, don't be discouraged with the frustration card. This again is a part of healing. The healing that comes from this is that I would say that sometimes, not going to even say sometimes, I would say that you have a disposition within yourself that can be really, really hard on yourself. Things are either right or wrong. They're good or they're bad. I feel like you have extremely high expectations that you hold only for yourself, and they have been really, really good for you, but they're no longer conducive to your growth right now. So you are going to have this sense of frustration that's like, if only I knew this information now, man, I could have been 10 more steps ahead of where I am, and get frustrated by that. Always remember that everything happens at this right divine timing. Something within you decided that, yes, this was the time that you actually wanted to hear this information. You've had it there before, but now you have evolved into a person where you have the emotional maturity to accept what is, and you're ready to be able to move forward. So remember that. Frustrations can, because it comes after the card of, courage, manifesting, dream big, that frustration feeling, it can be the greatest thing that catapults you to take brave steps, say yes to you, chase those dreams. So transform the energy of frustration, and remember that frustration can have a component of passion. Flip the thinking that you're frustrated and flip it into passion. You're passionate, and allow that to fuel you. The energy is the same, but one comes from a negativity, one comes from a sense of empowerment. Passion is empowerment. Frustration only leads back to old patterns, which this is exactly what you want to break. This is the part of healing. And therefore, when you have a look at this card, even though it's got the heartbeat, that heartbeat always lets us know when we are doing things that we're passionate about. And of course there's a component of frustration, because you're passionate, you want to get it out there, you want to feel it, say it, experience it. and share that with other people. So let your passion be shared, and therefore allows you to just, when we do things that we're passionate about, we naturally attract other people because it comes from a heart space. And that is where we transform frustration into passion. The same as this is in this message, it very much reminds me of the expression of anxiety and excitement share the same physiological response. In this spread, the frustration card is, for me, frustration and passion share the same physiological heightened element within our heart element. So this to me looks like it's a defining moment, whether you allow the frustration to take you back into old patterns or change the trajectory of your energy and channel it towards passion and excitement and heart and love. And therefore you have an option of choices right at this point. One's going to lead to major changes, and the other you will have made transformation, but you've limited it. You've capped your ability to be able to move forward. So if you're listening to that, please remember that. And I feel like that's a key component for you. So I wish you an incredibly, very, very cool and transformative full moon. It is a blessing when our soul reveals to us something that has the potential to completely change our life. And this is your key point now. So have an amazing full moon. Much love to you, gorgeous, and see you again next week. And don't forget to leave a comment below and let me know how this connects with you.